Welcome back. In this episode, we will continue working on the scale but focus on the similar motion scales of A harmonic minor and C major. You remember in the contrary motion scale, the finger patterns mirrored each other. The similar motion scale finger patterns are slightly different. Watch first. Ascending, going up, the right hand has the first change, with the thumb gliding underneath the third finger to play the D. The left hand thumb plays E, then the left hand third finger glides over the thumb to play F with finger 3. Notice both hands are playing F with finger 3. Then we finish the upper part of the scale with the augmented second, F to G sharp and then A. Descending, the pattern is reversed. The left hand changes first, the thumb moving under finger 3 to play E. After the D, the right hand finger glides over the thumb to play C, and both hands walk down step by step to the starting note A. Watch first. Now you join in. The rhythm will help you with the changes. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and rewind if you need a little more time just to practice that before we move on to the next piece. Our first piece today is a duet, L'Arbre Solitaire, the solitary tree. You can see that the piece is marked andante, at a walking pace. Let's start with the primo, the upper part. The note pattern is the same in both hands, and we only play 3 notes, A, G sharp and E, and an octave, an 8th note leap at the end. Notice too that the right hand is played an octave above the left. You can see the 8VA symbol and the dashed line running throughout the piece to the end. Listen first. Now you join in. Watch out for the 2 repeated bars at the beginning, the bars where you play 2 A's or 2 E's, and play pianissimo very softly and staccato, short and detached all the way through. Ready? After a count of 2, 1 and 2 and. How did you get on? Did you manage the octave leap at the end? Pause and rewind if you need a little more time to practice before we play it on its own with the secondo. Let's put the primo part with the secondo. This time you will only hear the secondo part played below you. Remember, you start first. After a count of 2, ready, 1 and 2 and. How did you get on? Pause and rewind if you want more time to practice before we move on to the secondo part. Let's learn the secondo part. But first, listen to the two parts played together. We have already learnt the pattern for a similar motion scale of A harmonic minor, and the melody is built around that. Notice that the left hand is played an octave below the right. You can see the 8 VB, an octave 8 notes below, sign and the dashed line running all the way through to the end of the piece. If your piano or keyboard is not full-sized, you may have to play the left hand an octave higher in both hands than is written. If you do have a full-size keyboard, this piece goes down to the very bottom A, the lowest note, and this gives a dark, broody sound. The piece ends with a contrary motion scale, the same as we learnt in the last lesson. Listen and watch first. Let's play up to bar 6, the ascending scale of A harmonic minor. The right hand thumb moves under first in bar 3, then left hand finger glides smoothly over the thumb in bar 4 and prepares to play the F in the next bar. You play along now. After the repeated 2-bar introduction, you'll hear the primo parts to help you come in. Ready? Pause and rewind if you need a little more time on the opening section. From bar 7, the scale descends, goes down. Remember that the left-hand thumb starts to pass under the third in bar 7, and the right hand third finger glides over the thumb in bar 9, ready to play the C, the B and the D with fingers 2 and 1. There is one more move in the left hand in bar 10, where the thumb passes smoothly under finger 4 to play the A of the last descending scale, beginning the contrary motion section. Watch first as I play from bar 7 to the end. Now you play along from bar 7. After a count of 2, ready? 1 and 2 and. Pause and rewind if you need a little more time to practice before we play the whole of the secondo part along with the primo. Let's play the whole of the secondo part, but this time with the primo. You won't hear the secondo part this time, as we're going to be playing it as a proper duet. Remember the repeated 2 bars in the primo. Ready? How did you get on? Pause and rewind if you want to play some more before we move on to the next piece. Listen to the next piece, another duet, the bee and the agapanthus. Starting with the secondo part, you can see that it's an accompaniment to the primo and the pattern is repeated in both hands. Let's start by learning the pattern in the right hand. For ease of playing, fingers 1 and 2 play the third E and G, finger 3 plays the A. Then the thumb moves up a step so that fingers 1 and 2 are playing the second, F and G, with the third finger still playing the A. The secondo part is played all staccato. Listen and watch first. The right hand pattern changes in bar 2, then back again in bar 3. Bars 4 and 5 are the same but change again in bar 6 and 7. Bar 8 changes to the F, G and A, but watch out for bar 9 where you play E, G and A for the first 2 beats of the bar, then quickly change back to F, G and A, and then the left hand has its little solo. Let's play the whole of the right hand together, remember where the changes are, and play piano softly and staccato short and detached all the way through. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you get all the changes? Pause if you need a little more time to practice before we look at the left hand. The left hand moves simply between C and G, played with fingers 2 and 5, and D and G, played with fingers 1 and 5, and the changes match the changes in the right hand. Watch out for the crotchet 1-beat rest in bar 9 and bar 11. In bar 10, change to the thumb on G, open your hand wide to stretch the octave down to low G, and aim finger 3 or finger 4 if it's more comfortable at B, and finger 2 on D ready to play the little upward arpeggio. When you've played it, keep your thumb above the G, relax your hand a little and allow finger 5 to move up almost automatically to the low C, ready for the last 2 staccato notes after the rests. The rests should help you prepare your left hand. Listen and watch. Now you play along. Watch out for the changes. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you get on? Pause and rewind if you need a little bit more time to practice before we put both hands together and we put it with the primo part. Now we've learnt the little ostinato pattern, we can play the whole piece, but watch carefully where the patterns change. Let's play the whole of the secondo part from the beginning with the primo part played above, played as a duet. You will only hear the primo part this time. Remember to play staccato all the way through, apart from the minim and crotchet in bar 9. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you get on? Pause and rewind if you need a little more time to play before we start to work on the primo. The primo part is based on the C major scale. The fingering is the same as in the previous piece. Notice the legato phrases and the staccato notes. The right hand has the first finger change, followed by the left. In the second line ascending scale, the right finger changes again, followed by the left. In bar 9, the descending passage has the left hand thumb passing under finger 3, then right hand 3 glides over the thumb. Watch out for left hand thumb passing neatly under finger 4, ready for the contrary motion scale at the end. Watch and listen first. Now you join in. Imagine as you're playing the primo, a bee flying around collecting nectar from the blue flowers. Watch out for the crescendos. In bar 3, from mezzo piano moderately soft to mezzo forte moderately loud. Then a sudden change to piano in bar 5, with a little crescendo to mezzo piano in bar 6. The second line, bar 7, crescendos to mezzo forte, then a diminuendo in bar 9 to MP, before the final crescendo. You can see from the image how colourful the dynamics and the graduation of tone make the piece, along with the articulation, the staccatos and legatos. Aim to play expressively and with style. After the secondo introduction, ready? How did you get on? Pause and rewind if you need a little more time to practice before we go on to our final concert performance for today. Let's play the duet for the final time today in a concert performance. Remember to play expressively and with imagination. Use the dynamics, graduation of tone and the articulation. You will only hear the secondo part this time. Are you ready? After the introduction. How did you get on? Did you play expressively? Did you manage to contrast your legatos and staccatos? Pause and rewind if you'd like to play some more. Before we finish today, let's play the two similar motion scales but evenly in crotchets. Aim for smooth coordination and graceful hand movements in all your changes. Starting with A harmonic minor. After 4, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's play C major similar motion. Again, aim for smooth, well-coordinated, well-timed and graceful hand movements in all your changes. C major similar motion scale after a count of 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done! How did you get on? In your practice this week, aim to spend time on the scales, contrary motion and similar motion. Go back and play the two duets to consolidate your technique. If you can find another pianist or keyboard player to play the duets with, you will find this is great fun and excellent for your musicianship development. To help with your scales, have a look at the 4 scale speed builder videos, one for each of the scales we have already learnt. They start slowly and gradually increase in speed. See how you get on. Remember to like, subscribe, share and comment if you have any questions, and I very much look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. In the meantime, happy playing!